Hi Cancer, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you can visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity and want to know more specific details about yourself and about your personal charts, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com for a personal consultation. Cancerians, it's quite an exciting month. We have Mars that is going retrograde mid-month, and we also have Mercury that is going retrograde around the 29th. And Mercury is going retrograde at least 4 times this year. So we begin the month with Venus, and she's the goddess of love, beauty, sex and money. And she is transiting a part of your chart that speaks about your career, it speaks about your reputation, your public persona, and how it is that you want people to view you. So Cancerians, it's quite a lovely time for you as far as work is concerned. You could be attracted to people who are older than you. You could also be attracted to things or workplaces or environment that is far more stabler. And it's also a time wherein that you will be putting your best foot forward as far as work is concerned, and you could be coming across as somebody who's really charming, who understands his or her work, and also someone who's quite a smooth operator as far as networking is concerned. So your organization, especially for those of you who are in advertising, are writers, publishers, even PR, this is a time where your clients would really be enamored by you. So go ahead and do all your negotiations and pitch all the creative ideas that you may have around this time. It's also a time that you're going to be feeling really creative at work, and you will want to make an impact at the place where you work. Around the 6th, we have Mercury, and Mercury is highlighting a part of your chart that speaks about your friends, and it speaks about groups of people who share similar ideas or have similar goals as you do. And during this time, Cancerians, it's a space where you would want to work with groups of people, you would want to collaborate, and it's also I would say an energy which is asking you to compromise. It's asking you to stay flexible so that ideas can get implemented, and collectively especially. So it can be that couple of you are or maybe a group of friends are trying to achieve something. So rather than working solo, try and see to it that you're working in a group, that you're working in a team, and you could be really drawn towards innovative ideas, and you could be coming up yourself with quite a few creative ideas yourself. And communication is one of the things that you should really keep it open during this. On the 7th, we have a lovely new moon, and this again is lighting up your career house, and it speaks about a new opportunity, speaks about a newer workplace for some of you, and it's speaking about dealing with a newer career path. It can be that maybe you decide to make a change around this time. Maybe some of you are going solo, some of you are becoming an entrepreneur and want to start off your own work, or have started or have collaborated with a friend and have started your own work. And it's a time wherein that it's really quite a lovely time as far as work is concerned, because you will find people being extremely supportive of your ideas. You will find that people are are watching you more than usually they would, and that is really in anticipation and seeing that, oh, what is it that he or she can deliver at this point of time. So for those of you who are looking for funding, this is a great time that you can approach investors, and you will not be disappointed. It's also a time wherein that you will because your reputation is also under scrutiny. So hopefully no skeletons out of the closet should come out. So if there have been things in the past that you have tried to keep them hidden, or there is a history which is not so nice as far as your work is concerned, there are chances that it may just come out in the open during this time. And try not to get overwhelmed with the quantum of work that you're required to do this month, Cancerians. It's you may just feel that you are having to do more than your share, or you're burning the midnight oil a bit too often, or maybe much more than you're supposed to be. So try not to be have a grudge around that. It's quite all right. It's just really a phase. And during this entire new moon energy as well, it's also that if there are any long-term professional goals that are there, they can get formulated during this time. There's going to be immense clarity on where it is that you want to go and how it is that you want to take your business ahead. And for some of you, like I said, who are going on your own, or are entrepreneurs, or are setting up business or projects, this is a time where you will be either gathering information to get more clarity, or you are encouraged rather to really get out over there and try and seek more clarity, more information, so that you can take a decision. Around the 17th, we have Mars that is going retrograde until the June 29th, and this month it's happening for you in the house of your day-to-day chores and your health. And the next month, that is in May, it's happening in your house of creativity, love, and children. And Mars retrograde, typically it affects the energy drive, and it affects the your enthusiasm or vigor. And so it's not really the best of time to be picking up something that is really heavy duty, maybe a new project or something which really requires a lot of detail, or even a new romance, because it just, you may not be you may not see through it. It could just be something that starts and then equally just dies or fizzles out as well. And try to, during this Mars retrograde that is happening in your day-to-day chores and your health, try to avoid getting too overtaxed. Try not to stretch yourself too much, and this applies both physically as well as emotionally. So if there's been stuff that's been happening at work, try not to really stress yourself out and really get bogged down by it. On the other hand, even physically, don't wear yourself too thin. It's good to take care of your bodies, but don't overdo it, Cancerians. And it's a good time, however, for diminishing returns or energy drain. So try pace yourself well and pick your ammo accordingly. Don't waste your shots unnecessarily if it's not required. Just save the energy. Around the 20th of April, we have Sun that is again coming in your house of groups of people, your friends, and some amount of travel as well. And Sun over here is going to be it's going to be focusing on the independence in the future that you desire or that you may want. And even though this is a time which is calling for collaboration, it's calling for partnership and working in teams, but you don't personally are welcoming it, because you really want to do it on your own. You want to do it solo, and I think somewhere you will not really get too social, or get too, even though you're maybe supposed to, or maybe that's a need of the hour, but you're going to be be staying away and not mingling too much, or maybe not getting too engaged socially around this time. And you would really want to do your own thing. You want, whether it has to do with wanting that individual, whether it is acknowledgement that you're looking at, or that credit or that credibility that you're seeking around this time. While you are not averse to working in a team, but given an option, you're quite happy on your own during this phase. You really want to be doing things of your own, and you could be attracted to quite the unconventional as well. Around the 22nd, we have a full moon that is there in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. And it's a lovely time to be doing something really creative, or maybe starting a business of your own. And this is over here, because it's a full moon, it's speaking of fruition, or maybe something coming to an end. It can be that either a romance is coming to an end, or it's talking of a lovely project that's coming to an end, something that you really enjoyed doing. And you could also during this time and with this particular placement, you may not want to be alone on your own, and you could be seeking a partner, and you could be you could be quite focused on having fun, that I have to date, or I have to go out, and I have to party, and I have to be with somebody. And I think this also is while it's okay to go a little wild now and then, but just ensure that you don't end up with the wrong people. It can be quite painful to be dealing with or even awkward and embarrassing aftermath, the parting or hanging around with people whom you really don't want to be with. And during this time as well, work is not really going to be a focus for your Cancerians. You're just going to be happy putting it at the back burner and having a good time. Around the 29th, we have Mercury that is finally going retrograde, and this is going retrograde in your house of travel and long distance travel and some amount of dealing with I think foreign partners. So I would suggest that take things a little slowly. End of the month, look at revising, look at reviewing, rethinking your plans as far as your travels are concerned, as far as group projects are concerned. Try not to have too many expectations out of friends, or maybe promises that really, you may be very certain that your friends or your, people you're close with won't let you down, but it's really a time where it's important that you don't sort of depend too much or have too many expectations. It's been a pleasure speaking with your Cancerians, and a quick reminder for those of you who are seeking in-depth clarity on your own personal charts. You may write to me for a personal consultation at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. I'll see you again next month, and thank you so much for watching.